Chris here. So this is a brief attempt to record aspects of my learner journey. Until the age of 7, I attended a local state primary school in the South Yorkshire coal mining town of Barnsley in the UK. I then moved schools as a result of moving to the town of my parents' birth, called Huddersfield, due to an acrimonious split and a subsequent divorce. My mum spent more than 6 months in hospital for psychiatric care. This period of my life affected me far more than I have ever recognised. I actually do not have any vivid memories of my schooling up until around 10. My ongoing primary and middle schooling was in a village of around 2,000 people, so a community school, but the main focus of my life was cricket and soccer. As a cohort, we all moved from the middle school to a former sixth form grammar school, which had been founded in 1608, and we were in fact the first entrants to the school in its new form in roughly the equivalent of Year 9 here. This was a very strict and formal school. I got the whack from the headmaster 2 times, mistaken identity of course, and lessons were typically dictated to us or copy from a book mode, in preparation for our GCSE exams in the equivalent of Year 10, I guess. Despite my continued focus on sport, I muddled my way through to some good GCSE results. There were a number of strong male models for me at the school, which I didn't have at home, and relationships for me in the main were very good with teachers, particularly those themselves involved in sport. The sixth form, aka Year 11 and 12, was a different story. I made some poor choices based on friendships rather than interests and ability, and did English, which I was not so committed to, instead of Latin, which I had previously excelled at. My focus waned significantly, and sport took a greater hold, as did performing in school plays. Anything but hard work. I did study French, where the spoken language was something I still love to this day, but the need to read extended texts in French and also in English was not my forte, just too time-consuming when I could be practicing sport. My mother, bless her, was struggling to bring up 2 sons, and I regret that I didn't appreciate her sacrifices more at the time. She cajoled me through, and I scraped some very ordinary A-level results, which saw me take a year out in 1981. Yes, I founded gap years. And I worked for a printing company owned by 2 fellows I played cricket with. My dad, previously fairly well absent, entered the scene, and took me to a careers specialist firm in a nearby town with the explicit aim of getting me into some form of tertiary study. I was compliant, not having a clue what to do. He and my older brother both worked for the National Coal Board, which was contracting massively in the 1980s, and it was hoped that I would become the first in the family to earn a degree. We were referred to a college which was part of Manchester University, and who saw something in me, or more likely they had places to fill, and I duly enrolled in a degree course studying sport and recreational management and sociology. After completing that, I transferred to a postgraduate course in teaching, physical education and humanities,